Disagreement is critical to creating healthy public discourse, as it encourages critical thinking and ensures dogma doesn't supersede fact. However, the use of unhealthy strategies for disagreement can lead to harmful polarization, the weaponization of post truth rhetoric, and the development of restrictive epistemic structures, including echo chambers. To disagree well, we must establish the roles of personal and societal trust, earnest persuasion, cogent reasoning, and self moderated free speech in our arguments to guarantee that they remain healthy. First, let's look at trust. We must trust the good intentions of our ideological opponents, even when they act inflammatory. Most people we engage with online and in person hold their beliefs for genuine reasons, and we shouldn't prevent ourselves from understanding them and potentially changing our minds accordingly. We must also keep trust in reliable systems of information, lest we surrender ourselves to an epistemic bubble with epistemic blind spots, or an echo chamber that deliberately manipulates our epistemic trust. Also, to counteract the potential effects of echo chambers, we should trust honest people in different epistemic circles from our own. Next, we'll address earnestness. We must ask ourselves two questions. First, what are our goals in disagreement? Are we interacting with simple moral outrage porn intended to strawman the other side? Are we reducing the nuance with which we view morality and associated discourse? If so, our own goals in disagreement would not be earnest and should not serve as the basis of a healthy disagreement. Second, we should question whether we're being honest about our own circumstances. Might we be in an epistemic bubble or echo chamber ourselves? Someone disagreeing earnestly would have to confront that possibility. To disagree with true earnestness, we should argue in such a way that we prioritize persuasion, actually making our argument, over simple assertion or begging the question. Another easy check to ensure we're using healthy strategies for disagreement could be to check whether our arguments fulfill the criteria of cogent reasoning. If any of these principles aren't met in our argument, we are committing a fallacy. While fallacies can be persuasive, they are not indicative of a healthy argument and are generally a bad argumentative practice. Lastly, we should agree to some limitations on what should and should not be permitted in discourse. But, as Mill argues, allowing the censure of any argument is unhealthy for society, regardless of its perceived truth or falsity. Allowing censorship based on perceived offense or intemperance would likely be abused by majority groups against minorities and would be even worse. Since we have established that censorship is never healthy or acceptable, the most we can do to govern the limits of discourse is self moderate our own inclinations towards objectionable arguments, and encourage others to do the same. In conclusion, we must follow certain strategies to ensure that our disagreements remain healthy for society. We must trust other people and our social epistemic systems, verify that our intentions and circumstances are conducive to earnest persuasion, adhere to the criteria of cogent reasoning, and self moderate our arguments while encouraging others to do the same.